So I was working for some lady in El Sereno making candles, soy candles. It was crazy because they sold for $55. They were just like a little cup like that. They were maybe smaller than this mug. Soy candles. I hand poured them all, thousands of candles, and she would leave me in the little house. It was a house that she bought that was down the street from her house, and I would play music, and I got stuck on this song, and I don't know, in an activist kind of sense, I forgot what year it was. I think it was 2008. No, it had to be 2007, because 2008 I was working at a vitamin store. So I guess 2007. Oh, 2006, because I had that's what it was. I bought a brand new 2006 Nissan Xterra. So it had to be 2006. It was a 6-speed manual transmission. Um, and so, anyways, I got onto this song, and one of the things that I noticed is I obviously heard the Sam Cooke version, but then as I heard other versions, I was tripping out because I was like, wait a minute, there was a change in the song, and I noticed that Otis Redding. What I found out was the next rendition after Sam Cooke was dead. So basically, he picked up the mantle, if you want to call it that. But they took out the part of the song where he says he goes downtown and someone told him don't come around here, the segregation part. And from that point on, every rendition that you see is the Otis Redding censored version that destroyed or seeks still to this day to destroy Sam Cooke's legacy by altering his art and turning it into the rich music executives' art that don't want that shit in it. And the artists bow and cow to power. Almost like, what do you know, like Kanye says. But maybe not to that extreme, but maybe to that extreme. Because this is the difference. Actually, this is the difference in what Kanye says is that the rich music execs that happen to be a specific demographic. Now, you could say black people are all criminals, or you could say Muslims are all terrorists. You could say Africans are all savage. You could say Mexicans are all lazy. You could say all kinds of things, but you can't say Jewish music execs are all racist, violent, warmongering monsters motivated by nothing but uncontrollable, insatiable greed. Because then you get shut down like Kanye did. But Sam Cooke's legacy, which was bought by a Jew, and so Otis Redding's version, what he's saying was the Jewish rendition of Sam Cooke's work. Psh, chew on that shit, bitch. But anyways, I wished I could sing, like really sing, with an actual voice that people would find pleasant to hear. Because I had a vision that taking this song at that time in 2007, that was when Obama was, I don't think Obama was even running yet, because he didn't get elected till November 2008. But this, at that time, this was the end of the Bush era, and people forget how miserable and horrible that experience was, because Dick Cheney was the real person running the country, and he sees all of us like less than pond scum, and the country was treated like a fucking big ass ghetto. It's turning one big ghetto. Everybody was miserable. You had fucking police, you had sheriff checkpoints inside of still going on inside of subway stations. I remember when I did the women's conference that was run by Maria Shriver when Arnold Schwarzenegger was still governor, because the lady that I made candles with, she was personal friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver. She got her start because Arnold invested in her candle business. She was masseuse for celebrities, and the only client that she kept on after she started her candle business and she was selling her candles in Japan for 130. Like I said, the same size this kind, the size right here, $134 in Japan, each of her candles. And I was hand pouring them. She was paying me $10 an hour. Anyways, but so when I was on the way to taking the train down to Long Beach to get ready for the first day of the women's conference, and I jumped down to the subway at the what's now at the NoHo station, they had it fenced off. So that down in the station, they had it not fenced off, but they had those little usher things like at a movie theater, so that everybody had to walk in a line. When you were leaving, you had to come out one or two exits, and then they had the little railing thing set up, and there was a sheriff standing in between that little cord and the wall with a German Shepherd that had on a bulletproof vest that said sheriff on it. The sheriff was standing there with the bulletproof vest on, and the people coming out of the train station had to walk around him because they couldn't obviously walk out of the little rail thing. So then when you were going into it, you had to walk past, go to a table and put your bag on the table and open it up so that a sheriff could look inside of your fucking bag. That was America in 2007. And it was a terrible place to live. As bad as you think it is now, it was a horrible, disgusting, degrading, demoralizing place to live. And I dreamed that going to that scene with those sheriffs doing that, if I had a voice, and that environment too in the subway where they would carry, and then singing this song. And in my dream, I was like, well, maybe one day I'll have the balls to do it, to just go down there and just let it fly. And so I listened to this song a lot of times to try to get it into my head and all kinds of stuff like that. And obviously, I never did that shit because I really don't necessarily care. I just have feelings like everybody else. So that doesn't mean you care. But anyway, so this song is a doozy. And this song right here is the un-Jew version. Because what Jews did is Jews want to steal the legacy of black people and destroy it. And the way that they do it, number one, is destroy black music. And the way that they do that is they incentivize black people that are not musical artists, but are mentally deranged, neurotic, narcissistic, predatory, violent sociopaths. Because the truth of all music is the foundation of the human psychology. In fact, I'm just going to pull one up real quick because it goes all the way back to Plato, even said it. It might be here. Nope. What then is our education? Or is it hard to find a better one than that which long time has discovered? Which is, I suppose, gymnastics for the body and for the soul, music. It is. And shall we not begin education in music earlier than in gymnastics? Of course. The Republic, Plato, Book 2. Okay? So, that's another reason why Jews have, you understand what the music industry is. The music industry is rich Jewish people spending hundreds of billions of dollars to prevent the black child of now from identifying with the black music before the Jew infiltrated the music industry and black people were making their own shit. Even though you say they were making it for white people or something like that, they were making their own shit. And studies have shown that not only going all the way back to the 30s, that the actual music of the blues, before jazz even came out, the music of the blues has what they call neuroplasticity capabilities. And neuroplasticity is neuro, is the brain, and plasticity is repair. It can physically repair the actual music. It doesn't matter what the words are or anything like that. The actual music can repair neurological pathways that are damaged in the human brain. So I chickened out. I never sang it, but I might as well just fucking fuck it up. And I'm doing one take on all of this stuff right now. And the sad part is, I don't think, and I have, my memory sucks. I tried to find the lyrics, but nobody put the lyrics on this one, so I can't really cheat because all these other ones that I've been doing, I've been cheating. Oh, wait. Woo! Good. Okay, now it's going to make it easier. All right. So let's go. And I changed it up too, because I was born. Oh, wait. Woo! So, because I was listening to I'm a Poet in my own right, I wanted to make my own version of this too. But again, I'm not a singer and I don't want to fuck with the song. But I do want to just point out that I was raised by the 405 freeway at 8926 Orion Avenue, which is just a 2 apartments or 3 apartments away from the corner of Rayan Street and Orion Avenue, in the very heart of the San Fernando Valley, off of the Nordhoff exit from the 405. In the 80s, the rise of the Sureño street gangs came into that community. And we had 5 gangs. You had Little TJ, Blythe Street, Orion Street, Langdon Street, and Columbus Street, all at war for control of a 4-block radius that was cornered from the freeway to Sepulveda, Parthenia to Nordhoff. And the violence was off the charts. It was so fucking crazy that there was a time when these motherfuckers called the Guardian Angels. No, I don't even know. I didn't plan on doing this. They were a big thing in New York, and they had some kind of like success or something like that for helping. I don't want to go to their website. Helping their New York gangs like foster peace and like the community. So these guys right here. So they had a reputation for combating gang violence non-violently. Like they don't got no guns or anything like that. So that's the old school version right here of what they look like at the time, what I'm talking about. Okay, so New York, see, in the shadows with New York's self-styled guardian angels. Okay, so these fools came over to the my neighborhood, which was called Sepulveda at the time, and they set up shop. They were there for a month before one of them got stabbed, and several of them almost got fucking murdered. I don't think the guy that got stabbed died, but several of them were in life-threatening situations that they almost got murdered, and they split. They were gone. 1 month. That was it. They went back to New York to deal with the easy shit. And then I remember one big event was as the gangs whittled down and it just became a battle between Orion and Langdon, which is literally just 1 block over, and it was all within just this little block radius. Blythe Street was still backing Orion Street. Langdon was becoming the dominant one. Actually, I think Langdon had pushed out Orion Street at this time. They had a undercover cop that was trying to like set them up and catch them, and this was like 4 apartments away. And the Langdon gang, from what I understand, blew his head off with a shotgun. So the police presence on that little 2-way street was crazy because there was no driving whatsoever. It was all police cars. And then later on, the city, because of it was called Sepulveda, the city changed the name of the surrounding area to North Hills, which is what it's called today. In fact, the junior high is still called Sepulveda Junior High, and people think it's named after the street, but it was named after the original. That all used to be called Sepulveda, but now it's called North Hills. And then because the crime rate was so high that it started to depreciate the value of all of the homes in like that entire area, from the bordering Northridge all the way into Van Nuys and shit like that. So they decided to change the name of the surrounding area to North Hills, and they left for a while. Sepulveda was only from Nordhoff to Roscoe and Sepulveda to the 405. That was it. And then they whittled it down even further, and from Parthenia to Sepulveda and Nordhoff, they actually put wrought iron gates around the entire community so that you could only exit the side streets and only enter one way. And it was finally the United Nations, some kind of activity got forward, and they formally complained that was called collective punishment for a community and criminalization and a human rights violations, and they forced the city of Los Angeles to take down the wrought iron cage. So still to this day, let me see. Um, Ryan and I want to. They still have it like this. So still to this day, they left up a type of barricade. So this was used to all be wrought iron at that period of time, and you could only come out like that. But they still, I mean, it's still, I guess, it's not as bad. But oh, let me see. Dang, we'll give a quick tour. What? Holy camole! This is funny. I didn't plan on doing this. And now you can see it coming. Oh, I passed it. Cause our place was this, the two biggest fucking palm trees in the fucking block, 8926 Orion Avenue, apartment 33. That's where I grew up. Crazy. I used to jump. We lived right here on the side, the two apartments behind this on the second floor. And as I got into junior high, I would be able to jump down out of the second floor, hanging off of the window, down to the wall that's in the middle, and land on it, and then get down onto the ground and then sneak out. This gate was not there. But anyway, so that's that. So on that note, here's the freeway. See? Oh, damn, that's new. That used to be a house. So like there's a at the time too, there was this was actually open. This used to be a tunnel that you could walk through. But the fucking crime was so crazy that first they boarded it up, and then people would keep taking the boards off, and finally they filled it up with concrete, I think, and then ultimately they made it into this little washway thing. So my whole point to say is when a change is gonna come, with the lyrics comes up is like, I was born by the freeway in a tenement, and just like the freeway, I've been running ever since, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's fun. That's my own little word. So back to just to get this up. Long run. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keeps telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Hakuna motherfucking Matata.